Most people consider sports cars to only be for rich YouTubers, doctors, or perhaps even trust fund kids. However, they couldn't be more wrong. With the constant production of new vehicles providing an ever-growing supply of epic cars, for us normal car guys, sure, a brand new Porsche 911 is cool, but for almost $91,000, who's got time for that? I'm Jeff, this is Modern Muscle, and today you're gonna learn about 7 dirt cheap cars for broke car guys. The Porsche Boxster. Introduced in 1997, the Boxster is going on classic status, which means the car is now cheap and there's a lot of them on the used car market. The Boxster marked Porsche's return to the flat 6-engine roots after the front engine 944, which featured an inline 4-cylinder. Power comes from a 2.5, 2.7, and 3-liter flat 6 engine, mounted centrally just behind the passengers, which ensures perfect road handling and weight distribution. Car magazines praise the Boxster for its handling and precise steering, the qualities that still stand today. With power output ranging from 204 to 260 horsepower and 0 to 60 times in less than 7 seconds, the Boxster is pretty capable. And with the car having 2 trunks, this roadster is practical too. Who needs an expensive 911 when you can have the first generation Boxster for less than $10,000? This will get you a model in pristine condition. You can get 3 of these for the same price as a 911 at the same age. The Ford Mustang GT. It may not exactly be a sports car, sure, but who would have thought you could buy an American muscle car with a V8 engine under $10,000? The car in question is the 5th generation Ford Mustang, which was built from 2005 to 2014 in the GT trim level, which included the mighty V8. This retro-futuristic muscle car proved to be very popular with customers around the world, particularly the GT V8 model. If you crave for nostalgic looks in a modern package, the Ford Mustang is the car for you. Although don't expect much in the handling department, since the car is equipped with a real live axle. This means the Mustang has decent handling bursts, but nothing spectacular, hence the meme. The Honda S2000. Introduced in 1999 and discontinued in 2009, the S2000 is an epic mid-powered roadster from Honda. This model is a true driver's car, with all the important features we love, like lightweight construction, balanced weight distribution, a powerful rev-happy engine, and of course razor-sharp handling. Under the hood is a 2 or 2.2 liter 4-cylinder engine with 240 horsepower, which is one of the main selling points of the car. This engine features a 9,000 RPM redline, 4 valves per cylinder, and Honda's famous VTEC system, which provided all the power in high RPMs and a wonderful screaming sound. During its 10-year production run, Honda sold over 110,000 Honda S2000s. And you'll be pleased to know that you can find one today for as little as $6,000. Spend a little more and you'll get a much nicer later edition model. However, if you're over 6 feet, make sure you test drive one before buying it, as this car is small as hell. The Mitsubishi 3000 GT. Mainstream sports car enthusiasts often forget about the 3000 GT, also known as the Dodge Stealth. With pop-up headlights, rear panorama glass, a big spoiler, the 3000 GT has a personality of its own. But there's much more to this car than its looks, and that's right, I'm talking about power. With its 3-liter twin-turbo V6 making 300 horsepower and a smart all-wheel drive system, this layout makes the 3000 GT a very capable coupe that'll tackle just about any and all road conditions. All of this tech does have somewhat of a weight penalty, with the 3000 GT weighing almost 4,000 pounds. Acceleration is still great with a 0 to 60 time of just over 5 seconds. Prices for a decent model are around $9,000, and you can't get a better bargain than that. The Nissan 350Z. Coming from a long line of successful and affordable sports cars, the 350Z was introduced in 2002 and produced until 2009. Available as a coupe or a convertible, the 350Z features a 3.5-liter V6 engine with 290 to 306 horsepower, a 6-speed manual transmission, and rear-wheel drive. Nissan paid a lot of attention to weight distribution chassis reinforcements and suspension tuning, which resulted with sharp handling and very respectable performance. 0 to 60 times were in the 5-second range, and customers praised its driving dynamics, its braking, and its cornering. Due to the affordable price and great driving characteristics, the 350Z soon became a bestseller in its class, which now means second-hand models are cheap and numerous, with decent used models starting for as little as $6,000. The Mazda Miata. A list of cheap sports cars wouldn't be complete without the legendary Miata. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys are wondering, why didn't we include the RX-8 instead? Well, you see, the issue with the RX-8, especially with used examples, these cars tend to spend more time with an engine that's flooded instead of actually working. Despite the fact that the MX-5 is a little roadster with a tiny 4-cylinder engine, the Miata's perfectly balanced rear-wheel drive, rev-happy engines, and precise handling make it a joy to drive. Adding to its cheapness is the fact that Mazda has sold over 1 million models since it was introduced in 1989, so they're pretty much everywhere. Thanks to the fact that the Miata is basically an economy car and a sports car powertrain, you can engage in its spirited driving down twisty back roads without getting in trouble with the law. Sure, having a stock Miata is fine, but the whole point of buying one of these is the large amount of aftermarket parts available for this car. For only $3,000 you can get a great base car, but you spend another $2,000 on a few key mods, and you'll have a car that's more capable and fun than cars triple its price. The BMW M3 E63. With the original M3 going stratospheric in terms of price, and the E46 still being too expensive, for one without subframe issues at least, the only way to experience the power of the M on a budget is with the E36 M3. Built from 1992 to 1999, the M3 featured a newly designed 6-cylinder engine, early models having a 3-liter engine with 291 horsepower, and later models getting the larger 3.2-liter with 321 horsepower. Unfortunately, here in America, we kinda got screwed on this deal. You see, the US spec E36 M3s only have 240 horsepower, due to emissions regulations which crippled the otherwise pretty powerful BMW engine. Luckily, this does mean that US models are cheaper than their foreign counterparts, and 240 horsepower isn't terrible either. The E36 will get you from 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds. But more importantly, if you get a good model, it'd be a great daily driver as well. An accident-free example starts around $9,000, but more importantly, you won't lose a cent on depreciation. Of course, maintenance and rust can be an issue with a car this old, so make sure you get it checked out before you buy one. The Subaru BRZ. In a world obsessed with horsepower and top speeds, vehicles like the Subaru BRZ are breaths of fresh air. Much like the Mazda MX-5, the BRZ focuses on handling over brute force, and the result is an incredibly focused machine built for the back roads. Put simply, the BRZ is a return to form for Japanese sports cars. Its compact size, low weight, and wheel-well drive character will fill Toyota Celica, Nissan 240SX, and Honda S2000 fans with nostalgia. And the car is only getting better and easier to modify as it ages. Some owners simply make suspension tweaks, while others have gone as far as fitting a Ferrari-sourced V8 engine under the hood. The Ford Focus. With cool styling, the Ford Focus looks like a rally car in the making. The only problem is that it doesn't come with enough power to make it feel like one. Nevertheless, tuners are more than happy to remedy this. According to AutoWise, the highest performing Focus model could only do 170 horsepower, while the addition of a turbocharger is able to get 350 horsepower out of one. On its own, the Focus may not fulfill the needs some drivers have for speed. In the hands of a tuner though, it has the potential to become a full-fledged racing machine overnight. And oh yeah, did I mention that it's dirt cheap? Because today you can find 2017 models going for less than $9,000. The 2011 Cadillac CTSV. The CTSV is Cadillac's take on a newly refined high-performance sedan. It's the upgraded version of the CTS, and has been around since 2004. There are 3 different body styles available, and all have a pushrod OHV V8 engine, paired with a sport-tuned suspension. These cars are fast, sleek, and most importantly, inexpensive. They're much more affordable than their competitors, like an Audi RS6, BMW M5, and Mercedes E63 AMG. A second-generation CTSV model comes equipped with a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 engine, producing 556 horsepower, reaching 0 to 60 in just 3.9 seconds. Though these cars can start around $60,000, you can find used models for nearly half that, costing you only $30,000. The 2017 Fiat 124 Spider Abarth. Fiat isn't typically known for their high-end luxury sports cars, but this beauty is the exception. The Fiat 124 Spider is a front-engine rear-wheel drive roadster that's been in production since 2016. It's based on the Mazda MX-5 Roadster and was manufactured alongside it. It has the same platform, interior, and mechanisms as the MX-5, but it also has a Fiat turbocharged multi-air 1.4-liter i4 engine, shocks, and a unique design. The 124 nameplate comes from the 1966 to 1985 Fiat 124 Sport Spider. Given its small engine, it only runs at 168 horsepower. and has a top speed of around 144 miles per hour. Yet this sports car still looks great, and you can get one almost new for around $23,000. Well guys, those are 7 dirt cheap cars for broke car guys. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like what you see of the channel, subscribe and post notifications on. If you guys like the channel, want to support it more, want exclusive content, and be able to participate with the Modern Muscle brand, go to patreon.com/modernmuscle and sign up. You could also follow the channel on Instagram at Modern Muscle YT. I'm Jeff from Modern Muscle, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.